Sometimes there really is nothing to say. This is because it's right in front of your face, what I point to, what I endlessly point to. And to say it's right in front of your face is actually saying too much. Because the concepts and the imagined juxtaposition of a self looking and something to see, or a self cognizing and something to cognize, is learned. It's added to experience. So what is experience before you learned anything about experience? What is right here? What is right now? Before anything is added as far as where it is, what it means to you, how far it is away, how close it is, what the labels are for it, how to get to it, how to practice, how to understand. What's here before any of that? What's here before memory? What's here before the past, which is an illusion laid upon this? Before meaning right now before. Before the mind grabs attention. In fact, it's already happening before, during, and after the mind grabs attention. So I could say what's primary to the paradigm of understanding. What's so true that you don't have to understand it? What's so true that understanding it totally misses it? This is not about understanding. Not at all. Now, if you have a mind that insists it's about understanding again and again, no, I'm sure I have to understand it. I'm sure of it. Whatever you're saying, it's something you understand, right? Like I understand something and I'm going to say it in some way and then you can sort of understand it yourself. This is a false paradigm. This is not what I'm pointing to. That's what your teachers pointed to. Anything you learn in the relative world, that's exactly what's going on. Knowledge is being conveyed. That's not what this is. There's no knowledge here. This is not about knowledge. Knowledge is an after effect of an after effect. It's a shadow of a shadow. This is too real to be known or unknown. Too true to have truth value, which means it either is or it isn't. This is not is or isn't. What is both beyond and before truth value? Any of these questions can be a koan. Try it out. Authentically ask yourself a question like that. See where it goes. See where it leads. And if it leads you right off the end of your mind, then it's a good question, a good inquiry. Why don't I get it? Why can't I get what you're saying? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Why do you think you have to get it? Why do you have to think you have to understand it? It's not understanding. This just doesn't do it. So maybe there's something else happening here that has nothing to do with what you understand or don't understand. It has nothing to do with what you know or don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with whether you agree or don't agree. What is that? What is it that you can neither agree nor disagree with? What is it that's not in any category of agreement or discernment or understanding or logic or conclusion? What is it that is absolutely and completely beyond and primary to thought, understanding, concepts? Look there. And when you look there, and then even the looking subsides, that's a good place. If everything stops, that's a good place. Don't start it back up. Don't get on the mind train. Don't go back on the thought road. Just plant the flag in nowhere. Because this isn't anywhere specific. It's not anything specific. It's not a position. It's not a standpoint, not a paradigm. It's also not the absence of any of those. It's not a place called nowhere. It's not a place called everywhere. What is neither nowhere nor everywhere? The first move is to twist up the mind and then stop the mind. Beyond that, it's out of your hands. But it's also completely beyond words, descriptions, understanding. It's far too intimate to take into the realm of mind and thought. Doesn't fit. Doesn't even fit through the keyhole. Then you'll know infinity, eternity, vastness, intimacy. But you'll have no need to talk about it. There's nothing to collect here. Nowhere to land. No need to land. Take flight. Then you are the flight, the sky, the wings, the air pressure, and the empty nature of it all.